Good morning, good morning. It's great to be back here. Every year we stage this event, and our team works incredibly hard to spend time with our customers to cultivate content of success stories. The world that we all live in is incredibly complex, and now it's just randomized and even more complex with AI. And so we hope this event will give you some great success stories that you can take back into your business. We founded Tealium 15 years ago on the premise that your first-party data as a company is your most valuable strategic asset. And that is even more true today in the AI era. Many of the largest companies in the world use and trust Tealium. We invest heavily in the platform and in compliance and security and governance so that you can go out and explore great customer experiences, but do it in a trusted way. In addition to the largest companies in the world, the largest technology companies in the world use and trust and partner with Tealium. So little companies you might have heard of, like Microsoft, Cisco, IBM, they use Tealium software. We try to build best-in-class technology for you so that you can go out and dazzle your customers. We also partner with these companies in new products, like over the last 5 years, the conversion APIs that Meta and Google and everyone launched. Tealium was a launch partner with almost every one of them. And now we're partnering heavily with Databricks and Snowflake and the CDW folks who are taking over so much data gravity within the enterprise. I showed you this slide last year at Digital Velocity. This was a 2025 slide. And what we said was, if you were not actively thinking about building an agentic interface as part of your digital presence, that you would risk losing a generation. Just as if you had not built a mobile app 10 years ago or not launched a website 20 years ago. We believe that agents were coming. And we also showed this slide, that by 2030, $1.7 trillion of enterprise commerce was going to be agentically driven. And so this year, guess what? They're here. Agents are being launched by the millions now. Some of them are with OpenClaw on local servers. Some of them are in the cloud, Claude Coworker, Perplexity Computer, and they're going to be an entire, Darwinian process of agent launch platforms. And they are here, and we believe it is an incredibly important moment because, again, if you cannot serve this agentic traffic through your digital interface, you run the risk of losing an entire generation of customers. Already this year, we are seeing that in B2B purchases, about half of the searches start with an AI agent. And the consumer is catching up as well. About half of consumer searches start with an agent. We're seeing 25% drops in search volume. And so what this means is that you must build what I call an agentic front door, or you will be left behind. What is an agentic front door? Well, if you think about it, it's not like your website's going away. It's not like your call center's going away. If you're a retailer, your stores aren't going away. But this is an entirely new delivery channel, the agentic channel. As agents come and knock on your front door via your website, they don't really want to browse your human-designed screens. They want API calls. They want high-performance data. They want it served up through pick your favorite protocol, MCP, A to A to C, you name it. And there will be many more. And as you are serving up that data, you have to remain compliant. You want to give them real-time data because real-time data is the freshest context for these AI solutions. Now, if you've been around working with Tealium for all 15 years or 10 or 5, you'll know that we use this term, the data layer, the data layer, the data layer. We had t-shirts printed up, the data layer. And our view has always been that there's this data layer that is a superset of all of the behavioral data that you have the ability to listen to across all of your digital channels, and that real-time data gets resolved around identity, gets resolved around visitor profiles, which then allows you to create personalized experience. And it just so happens that those profiles are the highest signal context that you can use to inject into any of your AI solutions that you're building. So Tealium was built for this moment, layer by layer, year over year, real-time data, API hubs, data filtering, data enrichment, CDP integrations, cloud data warehouses and integrations, consent orchestration. All of this, over time, deliberately built for this moment. And this moment is a critical moment. So every board of directors of every company around the world is telling their management teams, hey guys, AI is here. I want you to use it to create amazing customer experience so we can grow faster. I also want you to use it to operate more efficiently. Oh, and by the way, you better not violate any privacy regulations. We don't want fines. So again, that AI means that you need to have that agentic interface so that you can serve up the kind of data in the forms that these agents like. And one of our partners, Databricks, says it very well. Modern AI agents rely on continuous streams of fresh context. Fresh context. Where might you get fresh context out of the Tealium ecosystem? Well, Moments API. And so guess what we're seeing? Insane growth in Tealium Moments API usage. Insane growth in Tealium Functions usage. So you, our customers, are experimenting, and you're using this data to do great things. And for the rest of the day, you're going to hear great stories. Super excited to listen to these success stories. So we have the Genius Bar. We have this concept of invoke your own model. Our team will show you how to do that. This allows you to keep control of your data. You can get real-time model invocations and then get the answer back from the model and then activate that across all channels with the Tealium platform. That privacy and security warning I showed you about, well, this is Tealium's consent adoption. Again, just like Moments API, 14x volume growth, consent capture and propagation, consent orchestration, up and to the right, through the roof. Consent is incredibly important. That efficiency mandate I talked about, well, what we're finding is when we sit down and whiteboard with our customers their enterprise data architecture, before Tealium, what most people have built is a series of batch data pipelines that then get pulled together into some kind of customer 360 in some back-end data warehouse, cloud data warehouse, or on-prem data warehouse. And that whole process is suboptimal. We believe that having a real-time fabric is the most architecturally elegant way of capturing and activating customer data. And what happens, we see through the Snowpipe Streaming API is an example from Snowflake. We are seeing our customers reduce their data ingest bills by 50 to 90%. So not only is real-time data better, it's way more efficient. And it gives you much higher conversion. This Tealium platform, the way we think of it as a real-time circulatory system for your first-party data, it's just constantly running. It's constantly listening to all the different channels you map data from and to. And in real time, these customer states are updated and then propagated through actions. And without action, there's no ROI. That efficiency mandate I talked about, we're also seeing, this is in Tealium's own customer support operation, 89% deflection. So what that means is when a customer comes and has a question, through an agentic interface, we're able to give them 89% closure rate much more quickly than dealing with a human. And so everyone gets a better experience. So you can actually see amazing efficiencies when you use this technology right. Customer experience, prepare your data. So our philosophy is you want to be listening to every channel you can in real time. You want to collect all those events. You didn't want to resolve them around visitor profiles. You filter that data. You want to create attributes in our platform that are relative to your use case. And our average customer has like 500 attributes. It's amazing. So you'll have different attributes for a call center use case, branch use case, loyalty program use case. It's an open and flexible architecture. And real-time data, obviously we talked about consent, and then you can activate across all channels. So that's how you prepare your data and you use AI. So I encourage you to go to the Genius Bar and talk to our team. We are now investing heavily, as we did over the last 15 years in the MarTech and AdTech landscape. We're investing heavily with all these new AI companies. We have a live open AI connector. So you can invoke, collect data, send it to OpenAI, get an answer, activate it back out, Tealium. We're also live with Amazon Bedrock. Tealium runs on Amazon, and Amazon has the ability for you to select different models. It's amazing what's happening, and the pace of innovation it's kind of exhausting. But as I tell my team, you better get used to it because it's only going to accelerate. And so we're investing heavily in integrating with all of these leading companies so that you all, not everybody will use all these companies, but all of you will use some of these companies. And it's Tealium's job, just like it always has been, to create integrations so that you don't have to. And lastly, it's our stated strategic intent to complement, not compete with, your marketing clouds and your cloud data warehouses. So a lot of times we'll get in these sales conversations and it's like, oh, is it Tealium or Adobe? And I always say it's Tealium and Adobe. Tealium or Salesforce. No, it's Tealium and Salesforce. We are a complementary, real-time, trusted layer for collecting all that context and then propagating those enriched profiles into both your marketing clouds and your AI clouds and your cloud data warehouses. Along the lines of experimentation, we want all of our customers to have access to the ability to experiment with AI. So they were talking about it yesterday in the sessions, but we are actually going to give you guys, anyone who has an AI use case, and talk to your account team about this, free volume for events and Tealium functions. Functions is what you use to invoke your own model so that you can go out and experiment. It's just really important. The world is evolving so rapidly. We want to encourage you to experiment, and you're going to see much higher conversion rates, just like Databricks said when you use this platform. So today, I'm super excited. I mean, we now have La Liga, we have BBVA, we have Vodafone just before the coffee break. So all day long, you're going to hear success stories. And this is my favorite event of the year. I sit right there in the front row and listen to our customers talk about success stories. So super excited to go to the next stage here. Thank you very much.